This is 13 Inside Track, sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling.
Welcome to 13 Inside Track. I'm Laura Steele. Today joining us in studio, Renee and Travis Lucas. They're with LCS Heating and Cooling. Welcome back to the studio.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Great to have you here. Let's talk about what it means to have a correctly sized HVAC system, Renee, and how is that determined?
You know, there's a couple of tests that are done in the home, and a load calculation to make sure it's sized properly, and then a static test to make sure that ductwork can handle the furnace and air conditioner in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And having it properly sized is really going to determine the comfort in your home and how you feel.
Let's talk about the system either being too large or too small for a home, and how does that affect the home during extreme heat?
Oversized systems, it's going to short cycle, which means on and off, on and off, on and off. And
We don't want that.
We do not want that. Every time it kicks on, it takes a little bit of a slice. And then too small of system, it's going to run when it gets closer to the desired temperatures and never shut off.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
It's bad on both ends.
All right, let's talk about humidity.
Ooh.
We don't like that for our hair. Okay, we've already decided that.
Yes, we have.
Why do some homes feel like they still have humidity even though the AC is running in the warm weather months? It still feels humid in a home.
Yeah, it feels really sticky and really uncomfortable, but the thermostat is showing the temperature that you have it set at. Well, a lot of people think they have a temperature issue, but they really have a humidity issue. So as Travis mentioned, if the system's not running in the cycles that it should be running in, it's not running long enough to remove the humidity from the home. So it's cooling down enough to meet temperature, but it's not removing the humidity, which is why we still feel uncomfortable.
Okay, let's talk about dehumidification and how that can help the comfort and efficiency of a home during the warm weather months.
Okay, dehumidifiers are phenomenal in the spring and fall. They do still work great in the dead of summer, but when that temperature outside is not warm enough, the dehumidifier can do all the heavy lifting and get the humidity out of the house so you can be comfortable.
Okay, let's talk about how homeowners need to watch out for things that may be going wrong in their home and how this can help them.
Yeah. So if you are somebody who keeps your temperature at, say, 66, 68 degrees, you have a humidity problem.
Yes,
It's
you
really
do.
not a temperature problem.
Okay.
People try to overcompensate for that by lowering the temperature in their home. Then it just gets cold. I mean, that's not comfortable either. So with a whole home dehumidifier, like in our home, we have the whole home dehumidifier running. Our temperature set at 74, and it's really comfortable in our home.
Really?
So if you also notice your air conditioner turning off, turning on, you've probably got a problem. If it's running forever and never shutting off, probably got a problem.
Okay, how do people find out more from you guys? Where do they go?
The easiest way is our website, lcsheatingandcooling.com.
And Instagram.
And Instagram,
I'm a follower.
Facebook, all of the things, yes.
All right. The wonder couple, if you will, of LCS Heating and Cooling, Travis and Renee. Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like to see your business or your organization featured on 13 Inside Track, all you have to do is email us at 13insidetrack@wthr.com.